Samach Pesach L'Shumash Pesach Al Bote B'nei Yisrael. Rashi Kodesh says Pesach L'Chom Yesh Lomer V'Dilei, and he started dancing. Do want to Yid over every Yid's head, the excitement of what it means that he is a Yid, what it means Bote B'nei Yisrael B'chlal Yiddish host. They mamish lived it. So we have to mamish get into the Pesach vibe, but there's a few nekudas. So number one is Avadu and Roisik mamish in the parsha in the seder, but Muna Tahirim, when we live and we know that that's what's going on. It's not really big exceptions, but the Iker is Tefillah. So I was saying the story. So he was saying over a story then, Rav Golan. It was Thursday night to Rosh Chodesh, I don't remember which month. And he said over them from the Heiliger Reb Chaim Chernowitzer. Heiliger Reb Chaim Chernowitzer, Be'emayim Chaim. And he said over Reb Chaim Chernowitzer, why was he zoiche to write the Sefer Be'emayim Chaim? How was he zoiche? So he said every Thursday night, okay, so he said the story, he would mamish be the whole night, cry to the Eibush, Bechias Nerus. Bechias Nerus. The body shleims to keep the Shabbos. Please, Hashem, let me feel the Shabbos. Let me be toyim the Shabbos. Let me be margish the Shabbos. Let me feel and taste and live the Shabbos the whole night. Cry, Bechias, Bechias. Bechias, Bechias. Bechias, Bechias, to keep the Shabbos. Hoi, wie bin ich? Where am I? Here at my darga, at my level. Shabbos is so awesome. Shabbos is so great. Shabbos! Shabbos, Shema the Kudsha Berichu. Shabbos is so ailing. How am I, piece of flesh, extra oversized piece of flesh, but Gushim Noira, gonna feel such a lechtigkeit that comes, mamish with base genuz of it. It's the Shema the Kudsha Berichu. Shabbos is Yom the Nishmasa. How am I guf gonna feel Yom the Nishmasa? How? Bechia. Cry, tshuva. Beit Eibusher, I can't do anything. Only you could. Only you could be a mayor to me, the light of this Heilige Shabbos. And then what happened was, as he's saying over the story of Mamish, as I'm saying it, you're feeling it, right? The Mamish feeling it away. He started crying himself. He started crying. Mamish Bechitz. He's like, Rebbeinu Shalom. B'tzchut ben Abchaim Mitzim Meritz. Abachiyat Shalom Magiya Shabbos. He was Mamish crying. It went into the soul so deep. I'm telling you. I think everybody started crying. Mamish, everybody started crying. Like, oh, he said, Kim to Shabbos. He was Mamish. I want to be zoiche to be toyim tam Shabbos. I want to be zoiche to be margish the kedusha of Shabbos, to be able to feel the holiness a little bit happens. Yeah, he said that's how I was zoiche to write the sefer by the Sidur Shel Shabbos. Remember, Chaim Chernowitz wrote the sefer Sidur Shel Shabbos, explaining a little bit to us what the kedusha of Shabbos is. And then it says, Thursday night, Mom, the whole Thursday night. Ever since then, every Thursday night Shemon Esrei and Shema Kalein, but Shema Tefillah. Can't I cry, I wish. But always I say, I beg him in the schus of the tears of Chaim Chernowitz, please, Hashem, let me be time Shabbos. And you should know, the more I emphasize it, then the more I feel Shabbos. When I just am in a rush and I have to get going, I go, Chaim Chernowitz, cry Shabbos, please, just give me Shabbos. So then my Shabbos feels exactly the way I said it. But when I'm Amish, when I say it for real, and I'm Amish, sometimes I get the serious. Yes? Exactly. The way you ask for it, the way you get it. If you're sitting there, cry, and you beg the Eibush to the point to get the Shabbos, you're going to get it. And everybody's just like, okay, he said, Shmi said, and me said, and your Shabbos will be that way also. But he does the mamish, so he came to Shabbos. He came now, this is Parshas what he told me Wednesday night, it's already L'chud Ranan, and we say in the Shir Shal Yom. It's coming Shabbos. It's coming a Shabbos that this is the Shabbos of Parshas Boy. Paris, for real. It's keep that grace of Shabbos. I'm going to be eating matzahs. I don't want to eat matzahs because they should say that the Pesach says matzahs. No! I don't give a piece of matzah for them. I want it for the Eibishter. For the Eibishter, when I'm sitting by my Seder, Friday night, I should feel that Shabbos Parshas Boy. It's Pesach. I'm going to be so. Every mitzvah is like that. Everything is nafsachos bein. He has to daven. I was talking to somebody 2 nights ago. And he's waiting for Yeshua. We're all waiting for Yeshua. And he went to a big tzaddik, a big baba, Mamush the night before. And he was waiting for everybody to tell him that this big baba should give up a big Ruach HaKodesh. And I'll tell him when the Yeshuas are going to come. And instead of telling him when the Yeshuas are going to come, he's like, just have to daven for the Eibishter. I left all Tzabroken. He left all Tzabroken. He's like, what, that's it? So he called me after, he's like, I'm Amish. I said, you know what? But that's the truth. He just told me the truth. He's being so real with you. But I wanted to tell you, wow, I'm telling you this Yeshua is going to come by Monday on the 19th of Chayzer Shgunish. That's not true. And he even beit Zechos. Beit Zechos. You saw it. Zechos beit, and that's how Yeshua came. Look at the Parsha. Look what happened. It says, guys will cry to the Eibishter. Yeah, what do we do by the Seder? Van Nitzach, we cried and we zoich to the Yeshua. So the only good is that he, Mamish, when it comes to these Gehoiben and Yonah, he's gewaldig. Look at this. Look at this. And that was, look at the Sukkah. The Yidden haben sich so ausgeweint zu the Beschefer. Here we are, yeah. And Beschus, all the Bechias, this is ready to Gula. The beginning of the Parsha. This is already, yeah. The whole time, even the whole way that the Yeshua came from by Moshe Rabbeinu, everything he would have. The Tirul Hashem, the whole time Pari tells him, yeah, you should be matim b'deibush. Tirul Hashem of Mamish, like the deepest feelings that we find. Vayeta, yeah, we find it also by Yitzchak and Rivka. Vayeta, Noichach Ishtoi. The Rebbeinu is sending patch to Peronius, yeah. For the Mitzrayim, Abedach, every single time he has to go out, he has to beg so hard from the Eibishter. Now, okay, now stop for the Mitzrayim to this mark. Let's go to the next one. They were a Tiru Hashem the whole time. But what's the Nakuda? The Nakuda is a very important Nakuda. Nakuda is because when a Yid beits a chos, that's what the Eibishter wants from us. He wants us to learn to not rely on anything else but on our feelings to the Eibishter with the Emiskah. Feel with the deepest emes. Korav Hashem l'chol korav l'chol hashikru v'emes. When he davens with an emeskite, when he davens for real, so then he's zoichet to the Yeshuas. When he davens b'emes and he cries, especially for Rochnius, especially when he cries out for Rochnius, then he is zoichet to the highest, most awesomest levels in the world. He can be zoichet to everything. We want to feel the Eibishter. Look throughout the whole entire Sefer Yekutei Tfilas from the Heilige Rebbe Nosson. The most warm feelings in the world. I remember that if anybody's listening to the recording, forever reaches the Rosh Yeshiva, you should forgive me for saying it publicly, but I'm not saying his name. I had a friend of mine that is, his father was a big mashgiach from a big Litvish yeshiva. Can't say more. And once I was in his house, I was in the study. He's a very, very chashuv person. And I noticed behind in the study, I noticed a big Likutei Tfilas. I was like, what? Like, my head was spinning. A Litvish mashgiach yeshiva should have such a big Likutei Tfilas. So, of course, I couldn't hold my mouth back. When I met the father, I'm like, it's such a nachas. And I walked to his study, and I saw you Likutei Tfilas. He's like, first of all, you better not tell everybody. Don't tell anybody you saw my house Likutei Tfilas. But now that you did see it, he said, I'm telling you, I can't without it. That's the only way I say the Likutei Tfilas and I cry to the Eibishter without it. There's only no choice. Because the whole time now, every Indian over there is. And without every avoided, the Holy Tfilas teaches us how to mamish, not just ask for fake, but ask for real. The right words the whole time, put emphasis. I'm begging the Eibishter. Not that everything we need from the Eibishter we have to beg. But good is, and he mamish relies on the Eibishter and knows be'emes. There's a tefillah, a person can also daven be'emes, a short one-line tefillah, but there's an Indian when you're tiny and it's voided to the Eibishter. I said there's an Indian when you daven to the Eibishter, the person has to give a tefillah, a one-liner. I need a yeshua. I need a shidduch. Please Hashem, I need a shidduch. That's a proper tefillah. Then besides that. And then the afternoon tefillah is being accepted. The Eibishter is a tefillah. I need Parnasa, I need a Yeshua, I need whatever. But then there's his Voidus. His Voidus is a different type. His Voidus is, I need somebody to talk to. I need to talk to you. I need somebody to hear me out. Yeah? So I'm going to talk to you. So it's not anymore about it's a tefillah, but it's not anymore that saying tefillah. My tefillah was like with the Kabbalah Shef Gadol or a Shiva Sheftenu or Slach Lo Novinu. Yeah, you say you ask her for his Voidus Yeshua. I have nobody else to rely on. He's the only one if I say anything to that it really is going to affect. And that Indian of that's where a person puts in the whole emphasis is of his avodah, of his engagement, what he's going through. That's the upshot that the person has to say, "Oh, don't blame, only listens to me when I do that." That's a person's not coming to time with them. He's going to have a sikha, and then you put it all on the table. And the best way to do that is through the Likutei Tfilas. You see how he needs the time with Eibishter. I'm begging you, Hashem, please. I want to be able to feel Shabbos. I want to be able to feel Shabbos, boy. I want to feel the kedusha of Yetzias Mitzrayim. I really want Yetzias Mitzrayim, but boy, I'm in Mitzrayim. I'm Meitzer. I'm mamish condensed and smashed. Yeah. Rabbi Shalom, please take me out. Please bring me gula. That's a tefillah. But then there's a time that I'm discussing my situation with the Eibishter. And I have to beg the Rabbi, no one understands what I'm going through. You're the only one that sees how much I really want to be able to feel how goof should try from Kedusha, how I want to be distant from all the Gashmis in the world, I want to be Zachtor the Kedushas in the world. That's a tefillah charishus, that's a starker, when a person's mom is starting, because this is the only way I play by David. All different types. We all know that Hakol, right? The Gemara tells us the Chagiga, Hakol is very inclusive. Every type of tefillah is close to the Eibishter. And then these tiny things. One short. Now I'm just losing with you. Please bring me close to you. Please be Mekarv. How many times in tefillah serve nothing? Beg the Eibishter. Yeah, be Mekarv me to you. Please, I feel so rochak. It's just a conversation between the Eibishter. I had one time a Rebbe of Breslau Chassid. He's not here anymore. He passed away. I remember we used to stay with the Toiver of Shona back in the day. His name was, he was a Ben Achaben from Shlomo Kalina. Very hilly. His name was Shlomo Aaron Gatli. Shlomo Aaron Gatli. Passed away. So his father was a Chassidish Rebbe. His father, they came back, Ben Achaben from Shlomo Kalina. They were big Rebbes. He himself was named after two of his Eidas of Shlomo Kalina. And Rabbi Nagod from Chernobyl. Rabbi Nagod, I think either Rabbi Chernobyl or Rabbi Nagod. No, I think it was Shlomo Kalina and Rabbi Chernobyl. Shlomo Aaron. They're big miyuchasim, big tzaddikim. They came from everybody. And once we were discussing, with Shemesh used to go visit him. So once I asked, how is it that you became a breastfeeder? That was the story. He said when I was a little kid, I was 12 years old. This was the generation, Mamish right after the Holocaust. Mamish first. And my father sent me to learn then in Satmar Yeshiva. Satmar Yeshiva, when the Satmar had already come to America. And it was Mamish, it was a serious DP camp. It was a basal plate. That's what was going on in there. You had never older Bachram, 30s, 40s that came from the Holocaust and never got married. You had some broken souls. You had young kids. Everybody was just like sent until they figured out, keep this. And I was 12 years old. And I was learning then, that was Yeshiva that sent me to. And everybody was talking about which Chassidus they were. This one said he came from this Hungarian city, was that Chassidus, that Rebbe, that Shaykhs to that. So once he came home, he asked his father, he said, all my friends are discussing, what are we? I know you're a Rebbe. He had a shul, but it wasn't a big Chassidus around his father anymore. His father, because he was already born in America. His father came from Europe with his father, which was a very big tzaddik, very big Rebbe. So he said, when you go back to Yeshiva, tell your friends you're a Breslau Chassid. Okay. So he came to Yeshiva and all his friends are discussing, and he's like, yeah, I'm a Breslau. Breslau! I was like, what, you're a Breslau? Who said, can't even believe in America, he was a Breslau Chassid. So he asked his father, what's going on? Why is everybody getting so excited? He asked him, why'd you pick Breslau? He said, because I want you to tell him I'm a Breslau. He says, what happened? So he said the story, told me the story. He says, Father Machlal was from Kalina dynasty. And from Chernobyl, and they had the biggest snaggers to Breslau. They were not Breslau. What had happened? He said he was in America once. While he was in America already, he had been in the shul. And he found a sefer that said in it, Likutei Tfilas. But it was missing the Sharblat. The Sharblat is always the first blat that says, who wrote it? This is called the Sharblat. The Sharblat. It says the name of the sefer, written by the Heiliger Tfilah Melech Shapiro from Dinim, the Bnei Yissaschar. It's like this, I open up the sefer, I know it was written by the Bnei Yissaschar. Here he had found the Likutei Tfilas, but it was missing the Sharblat. It was like
the Sharblat is written us.
Yeah, of course. In the beginning, it says in the beginning who wrote it. Yeah, Here, look. We'll put the tefillas, we'll put the tefillas right here. We'll put the tefillas. That was written by Rav Nosson from Breslov. It was missing. It was like a middle. It sounded like a middle. Found the sefer that just said Kutei Tefillas, and he mamish like this. He found it like this. Just opened it up, and he said the Kutei Tefillas must be from the Arizal, from Talmidei Arizal. He started reading it, and he was so inspired that he said one of the Tefillas, and he said he couldn't sleep that night. He was so necessary, he couldn't put it down. Imam Shirah, another tefillah, he said, such gaguim, like unbelievable, such words. Tis a king of Menachem Mechel, L'hatzel of Shreinu, with a Taimish Royce, the most amazing words. Tis a king of Menachem Mechel, tis a king of Menachem such amazing words. Tis a king of Menachem Mechel, the most amazing words in the world. It was written, the Mamish Meguri Arizal from the biggest tefillas in the world. And he couldn't sleep by night. He couldn't sleep by night. So the next day he came to shul, and he met somebody that knows a lot about Svarim. And he was Mamish, his heart was on fire. His heart was mushy. Mamish, like the Rebbe said, Basar, that Breslov is Leiv Basar, and a mushy heart, Gosha. His heart was on fire. And he said, he himself was a Rebbe, he was become Chacham. He said, I'm embarrassed to ask him, but I couldn't sleep the whole night of such a service. He says, you ever heard the Sefer the Kutei Tefillas? He says, I'm out there, Rav Nosson from Breslov. Breslov? He's like, yeah, this is a Menachem Talmud. He's thinking a second, and he made a proclamation. He says, I never know. But if this is Breslov, then I'm Breslov. And this Rebbe went, and he went to find a few other Chassidim in America back at that time. To see them, and he became a Breslov Chassid. He became a Breslov Chassid. That's why he gave over for his son, from Shlomo Aaron. He said that was his tzavah. I asked him once if he had covered something for his father. He said I had one tzavah for my father, and that was that I'm a Breslov Chassid. And he said that he went a few times with his father afterwards to the yard site to the Heilige Rebbe. He went a few times, and maybe 2 times when his father passed away. He was young, that he went and said afterwards his older brother that was way older from a different zivik, from a different mother, he used to afterwards continue the Messiah. They used to go on Chai Tishrei to the Rebbe's yard site with a few breaths that were American those times. But the Nekuda is the Kutei Tefillas. And what's the Kutei Tefillas? The Kutei Tefillas is Moshe hearts into such endless sikh with the Eibishter. And when a Yid trains himself to have such things with the Eibishter, like the Heilige Be'er Ma'im Chaim, like the Heilige Seder Shel Shabbos used to cry to me, Margi Shabbos was Zoicha. They say he became a complete head taller. It was better the week was very, very, very weak. Shabbos became because he lived Shabbos. It's Chazoi Osgebeten. He had such tefillah, such gaguim. So the Nekuda is, even though I had a total different shape prepared, they're supposed to continue the Shovim series, but the Nekuda is, this happens to be a very, very important thing. Yeah, I guess that's why they wish to fit. I'm not sure started a shmuz, and this is the person has to know. This is part of the series of Shovim. It's a horror makes a Yid crazy. Makes a Yid crazy. It's hard on his case. The Emalasot calls man until even in the grave. It's hard until Mamish. Steamus Agoil. The Eitzar is on our tail. But if he baits by the Eibishter members who run please, Terachem Alai. The Heilige Balatanya writes. The Heilige Balatanya writes before in the Perik in the Heilige Tanya that we learned it together. But the Sahara is messing with the Yid, and the Yid has nothing left. Yeah, the Yid has nothing left. The Yid tried all the eitzes in the world. The only thing that he can do is he has to cry to the Eibush and say, Ribboni Shalom, Allah it was said, Ami it was said, Beni B'chori Yisrael. We said in the Chai Yiddish Kindlech, we need children. And I'm a pain because the Sahara is driving me bananas macaroons. He's driving me crazy. Ribboni Shalom, what's the Kill the sting off, cool him down, push him away, bring me to Kedusha, be beside my heart. That's what Malatani says. Maltanya says, take a good for this and fight sich aus Mashava. Maltanya says, cry to the Eibishter. We forget sometimes that the Eibishter is a tate and a best friend, and he wants to hear, and he's suffering from the Yitzhara. Shovim, I wanted to tshuva, but I walked out of the Bismedish, and Hashem Rachim, for some reason, none of the woman outside thought that it's Shovim now. Hashem Rachim. Only I know. So you have to cry to the Eibishter. Please, blind my eyes from seeing what I shouldn't see. Let me have the koyach hamachshava to be able to think about you. Let me just think about everything. This is really, I wanted to talk about the Indian of machshava, a piece of the Heilig B'nai Sas. We'll talk about it maybe another time, but I want to end like this. I'll show you one short story from the Heilige Rebbe Reyatz. That is it's going to be Shabbos. Yeah? You got one story that I'm going to have. Very, very important. The Nekuda is Madaf sich ausbeten the Eibishter. Yeah, that was one important thing that I'm talking to myself really. Moshe, Madaf sich ausweinen des Herz zum Beschäfer. He has to cry to the Eibishter. Please, Hashem. Please, give me a leiv bosser. Make my heart mushy to you, Hashem. To you, Hashem. I want to feel you. I want to be able to be Margish Kedusha. I want to be able to be Margish Shabbos, Torah, Avodah, Emunah. And even if not, I still have to serve you, Hashem. Avada. But Tefillah is poil. Tefillah helps. Tefillah makes peace. And there's all the Zach to fight the Yitzhara. Please. Take the Yitzhara, turn the other way. Let me live a little bit more. Give me the koiches. But one of the most important things is a trick l'maisa is machshavas kadoshas. You walk in the street to make his way to this. Talk to the Eibishter. Yeah, I guarantee you, 90% of the times, if you're on the telephone, on a very important telephone, walking the street, 90% of the world becomes, you're blinded. You're blinded in the telephone, in the middle of the day. You're busy. Not even talking about someone spoken to I'm talking to somebody very important. You're not walking around all of a sudden that you think. When he's talking, you walk with a chaver, yeah? And you're talking about something. If you're talking, nachamon, maybe 10%. The Yitzhara is very positive, very strong. But the Nukud is around you. So he talks to the Eibishter, it's hard, I would say, right? Everyone says, think about what you learned that day. So first of all, in order to think what you learned that day, you have to have learned that day. Okay? And you have to have remembered what you learned that day. And many of us, I don't remember what I learned. I walk out of the Spanish, the Gemara closed and my mind closed. Again, it's blah, blah. Yeah? So now I'm walking in the streets. What am I supposed to do? I can't think about what you learned. I can't. Talk to the Eibishter. Get into a deep DMC with the Eibishter. Mamis. No, there's enough crazy people in the world. No one's going to say this guy's not talking to himself. Why is this? Take a do the whole payphone trick. Make it on your phone. Talk to the Eibishter Machshava. When a person focuses on the Eibishter, realizes the Eibishter's right here. Actually, the whole time. So we're going to get to it. Again, maybe we'll have to save the story another time because it's a whole other topic, but maybe I have to be Makasha this year and into the next year, so I will say the story. So the good thing like this. There's an idea also, when a person overdoes it sometimes, and it's very important, Mishnah, so it's Mishnah, it's Matayat Machshava, it's Matayat Neshama. Person, at least one of the eights is, practically, we're talking about Shovim, is person walks in the street if he can chazir mishnayos. But right away, like I said before, I can't too much. But what about one mishnayos? What about one mishnah? What about Eilu Dvarim Sheinem Shira Peiva Bikudim Baron Yilas Some Torah? Say it every day. What about Pirkei Avos Moshe Kibbutz Torah Messina? One mishnah. Because when a person then just one mishnah chazir over, and you have it one mishnah, and I'm talking about a parak mishnah, I think about one mishnah, 2 lines of a mishnah, 2 words of a mishnah, 1 word of a mishnah, 1 letter of a mishnah. So there's a story at the Heilige Mariat, and this is a handshake we're going to say. We're going to have the problem story again the next year because we're going to talk about the same, but because it's coming in, make a little bit of a chunk and early Wednesday. So the Nekuda is like this. It was the Rebbe Reyatz was a very young child, and his father, the Heilige Rebbe Shap, told him, and it's a Torah, when you're walking in the street, stam, every time you're going to go take one mishnah, you learn that one mishnah. This is what he said. I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong. He said, you wake up in the morning, after Birchas Torah, chazer a mishnah. You finish davening, you're walking home, chazer the same mishnah. Please, I remember the exact part of me eating breakfast, chazer that one mishnah, the same mishnah, not a new mishnah. One mishnah, same mishnah. Throughout the whole day, I had a whole cheshbon. I remember, I have to look it up, I'll say it over again better next time. But the Kinukuta was, he learned in like one day the same mishnah 6 times. Balta, he counts it over. And then the Heilige Rebbe Rashab told the Rebbe Reyatz, he told him Yiddish, as it's going to be very useful for you. This, okay, but it's good.
Just one day or every day?
Every day, one Mishnah. Wake up in the morning, take one Mishnah, Chazer. The same Mishnah. Don't stop making
Yes, he was the first with the pocket Mishnahs.
I guess so. This is the first pocket Mishnah, and the pocket was in the Moich. Yeah, I guess he Chazer one Mishnah, not a bunch of Mishnahs. Don't go on the street the whole one Mishnah over the whole time. Now, what happened was, there was one day, he was a child, and that's what he do. He got up in the morning, he learned one Mishnah. That same Mishnah by breakfast. She went later shopping, that one Mishnah. I Mishnah to get to that's it. What happened was, there was a story, he was one time walking in the shuk, walking home from Shachris, and he was doing what his father told him, Chazering a Mishnah. All of a sudden, he had noticed the Yid, that was an older Russian Yid, a chassid, that was carrying to the shuk a tzigala, a goat. Maybe he wanted to sell it. And some guy started up with this old Yid and was making him a lot of tzores. And he couldn't move further because the guy was chattering him. And he was schlepping this whole goat on his shoulder. Let him move. So the Rebbe Riyad said, I can't go right. And he went over. I don't know what he did. Maybe he gave the guy a spanky or something. But he helped the Yid out. He came to the Yid's side. All of a sudden, the Russian, the anti-Semitism, the cops came, and who do you think they arrested? They arrested the Yid with his goat and the little Rebbe Rayatz. They put them both, and they came to the precinct, and they put them to two different cellars. His mazel, the Rebbe Rayatz's mazel, the older man went into one cellar, and they stuffed him and the goat in another cellar. It was pitch black. He was a child. He said it was frightening like never before. Not only that, he has this goat in his nose the whole time, couldn't move, in this little 2x2, and he was very, very scared, didn't know what to do, so he found a little corner, and he dug himself into that corner, and he's like, what do I do now? And he said, Mishnais. There's Mishnais that I know. And he said that he was there until the word got out to the Rebbe Rashab that his son was in jail for nothing, a kid with a goat. He said he chazed over the whole Mishnais. Home Mishnais, Zroim Amoyed. A child. Zroim Amoyed. Just the stardom of say the Zroim, say the Moyed. Mom is just chaz it over, Balpen, the whole entire thing. And also it dawned on him. He said, this is what my father said the Chalz give me some bits. It'll be useful. He said, here, I don't have a child. But from the one Mishnah a day that he chazed, he was able to sit in that little pinah, that little corner, and chazed Zroim Amoyed, the whole thing. That means for us, if you make big ideas, big avoidance, nothing will come out of it. I guarantee you it's ours will know. You make small things which are not small, they're the biggest avoidance members. He walks in the street and makes his avoidance. Has a deep DMC with the Abish. It doesn't make a difference if I'm looking. People today are so busy, no one's looking at you like the Meshuggah to talking to yourself. You're not talking to yourself. First of all, today you put in a little mic and in the ear. Everybody thinks anyways that you're plugged in. So it doesn't make a difference. Somebody looks, you wear a hat, turned it slanty, kind of everyone thinks you're talking to Abish. Another thing is, a little mishnais, everything that you can people tell you. Something that the machshava can be busy. Once the machshava is busy, this is the main point that I'm going to chaz again next time. The Elul Tanya brings down from Chazal that the ticket of machshava zoris is positive machshavas. It's mischaper. It wipes out every good thought, literally like the Rebbe on the blackboard, cleans up a machshava rule. So a person walks in the street, he talks to the Eibishter, have good machshavas, heilige machshavas, he talks to the Moichel Lord Gevoid, he talks to the Eibishter, a Mishnais, a Kapitel Tillim, it's mamish moichik, and it makes the whole struggle mamish, much pleasantable and dealable. They should give us the koyach to daven to the Eibishter, and the machshavas kadoshes to Haris and the Vekas to Hashem, Amen, Yom. What do you guys have?